Bissau, which is question number 9. There are other 3 questions. I don't see the honorable members here. You will guide me after that, but let me first go through the one for Honorable Kakai Bissau, which is a statement regarding the disappearance and tragic death of Miss Lydia Tokesi Bukhala. Honorable Chairperson, the honorable member sought this information in 4 parts, and I'd like to respond as follows. First, part 1, steps taken on the disappearance of Miss Lydia Tokesi Bukhala and actions taken by Kilimani and Kabete Police Station to investigate the case. Mr. Chair, the disappearance of Ms. Lydia Tokesi Bukhala was initially reported at Riruta Police Station and subsequently referred to DCI Kabete, who took over the investigations. As such was initiated on 8th of January 2025. The deceased's motor vehicle registration number KCU 931V was found abandoned in the Riruta area. The scene was processed and documented, and the crime scene investigation team conducted a forensic examination. The vehicle was towed to DCI Dagoretti as an exhibit. Number 2, progress of investigation. Mr. Chair, the scene was processed and documented by the crime scene and investigation team from DCI Dagoretti. Relevant samples were collected for analysis and subsequently submitted to the government chemist in the lab reference number provided for, which is A142/225. On 11th of January 2025, a mutilated body of an unidentified female adult was discovered from Gataka Forest. As a result, the DCI Homicide Directorate took over the investigation from DCI Kabete on 13 January 2025. The DNA analysis was conducted, established at 99% maternity match between the discovered body and the deceased mother, confirming the victim's identity. The toxicology report is currently pending. Report on the whereabouts of Mr. Joseph Philip Orwa as a person of interest and a key suspect, and the findings of the police on his connection with the disappearance of Ms. Bukhala. The suspect, Joseph Philip Orwa, was the last person seen with the deceased on 5th of January 2025 at about 1400 hours at his residence in Ongatarongai, which is the approximate time the deceased phone went off. Further investigation revealed that the suspect was using 2 mobile numbers, both of which were switched off shortly after the murder. The suspect's mobile number was later traced along Kikuyu Road at around 600 hours, which aligns with the same time the motor vehicle was abandoned within the same area. Investigation established a link between the suspect and the deceased motor vehicle, tracking its movement from Ongatarongai to Ngong and finally to Riruta area, where the vehicle was disposed of. The suspect was captured on CCTV footage and multiple petrol stations along this route on the night of 6th January 2025. The DCI investigation team visited the suspect's home in Oyugis and its environs and documented substantial evidence. Efforts are in place to trace the suspect's whereabouts and subsequently arraign him in court to face appropriate charges. Measures in place to support families of missing persons during investigations, including coordination between different police stations and the role of forensic technology in identifying and tracking movement of potential suspects. Upon receiving reports of missing persons, the police immediately commenced investigations utilizing forensic technology to trace the victim's last known movements and identify potential suspects. Throughout the investigation, the police keep the victim's family informed at every stage, providing regular updates and necessary support. Once suspects are apprehended, they are arraigned before court of law to answer charges, thus ensuring justice is served. In short, Mr. Chair, the suspect is still at large, but the evidence is overwhelmingly pointing at him. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Chair, and thank you, CS, for that comprehensive feedback. The bottom line is the people of Masaba in Community Constituency would like to know who killed Lydia. And you've talked about the phone being switched off. Now, even if the phone is switched off, are you confirming that